In today's session, I will explain about operator overloading concept in Python. Then, not only perform the operations on the built-in data types, you can also perform the operations on the user-defined data type. That concept is called as the operator overloading. For example, then 2 plus 3, then what is called, so for example, a equal to 2. See, listen carefully. If you have any doubt, you can ask me at any time. Then b should be 5. Then print what is called a plus b. Okay, like that. Then a, I would like to copy this one. Then I would like to perform here addition operations. This is called as I. This is called as how, or else how are you. See here, then a value should be 3, b value should be 5. Then I would like to perform the addition operation. The plus operator is used to add the two integers. Okay, when it comes to here, the same plus operator can be used to perform what is called two strings operation, because at this time to joining of the two strings. Okay, then what is the output we will get? How are you? The same plus operator can be used to add the two integers or two floats or two doubles or float integer plus double, whatever. Then here the same plus operator can be used as a concatenation operator. Okay, to joining of the two strings. But here, whatever the operation you performed on the built-in data types, here integer operation, this is called a string operation. But whenever if you want to perform these operations on the objects or user different data types, that concept is called the operator overloading. Okay, you can add the two objects, or one object can be subtracted from the another object, or else you can compare the two objects. One object is less than another object, or one object is greater than the other object. There are many built-in methods are available in the Python. Okay, anyway, see, you can understand why the operator overloading concept in Python. We can perform the operations on the user-defined data types. That concept is called whatever the operation, addition operations, or subtraction operation, or else multiplication operation. Whatever the operation you want to perform on the user-defined data types is called as operator overloading. Then I will explain you with help of the example how the plus operator can be overloaded, how the minus operator can be overloaded. We will see. Okay. Then class, what is called class complex. I would like to take the class name is complex. Then colon. Then I would like to take the two variables define. I would like to take the init method, which is used to initialize the variable or attributes. Then self. Then what is called, I would like to take the real and imaginary. Two variables have been taken. Okay. Here I would like to initialize the two variables. Then self dot real equal to real. Then self dot imaginary part equal to img. Okay, once you done the initialization, then I would like to go for, I would like to overload the plus operator. Okay, then define, then there is a predefined method is called add for the plus operator overloading. Then self, comma, ob, that is another object. Here what we have to do, we can add the two objects in this example. Okay, then self dot real. Okay, I would like to copy these two. Then self dot real plus ob dot real. Then how it is possible, I will explain you with help of the example. Please don't confuse. If any statement is not understood, you can ask me at any time. Okay. Yeah, good. Then I would like to take the another function for display. Then display. Then self is mandatory argument in Python. Then print. Then real self dot real plus. I would like to add the plus. Okay, because 2 plus 3 like that, I would like to display in that format. Then plus self dot imaginary. Okay, okay. I would like to convert into the string. And here also string. Otherwise, we can get the error. The integer and string can't be concatenated. Good. Then after that, I would like to create the object to the complex class. Okay, C1 object equal to complex. Then 2 comma 3, because this constructor is having the 2 arguments. Whenever the object has been created to the complex class, you must provide the 2 arguments. Then C1 dot display. Then I would like to create the object to the second object to the same class, complex. Then 4 comma 5. Then C2 dot display. And see what is the output we will get, because still I did not add any 2 objects. First I will run this module, then after that I can add the 2 objects. Then because the first 2, 3, okay, C1 object values are 2 plus 3, then C2 object values are 4 plus 5. Then I would like to add the 2 objects. Then what is the next output we will get? 2 plus 4, 6, 3 plus 5, 8. Okay, 6 plus 8 is the output whenever adding the 2 objects. Then we will see whether we will get the output or not. Then when we come to here, then C3 object equal C1 plus C2. Okay, C1 objects plus C2 object. What are the how? In order to, because we are adding the 2 object means in order to adding the attributes of the C1 plus C2. Okay, what is the output we will get? Then C3 dot display. Okay, then here I would like to another statement, a return statement we should write over here. Return self. Self means current object. Okay, self dot real equal self dot, yeah. When you comes to here, C1 plus C2, what is the meaning of the statement? Okay, what is the internal meaning of the statement is C3 equal C1 dot, then add method will be called, then C2 can be passed as argument, which means that the add method is calling by using the C1 object, then C2 object can be passed as argument. Okay, what are the values can hold by the C2 object, which has to be stored in the object OB, isn't it? When the control will comes to here, self dot real equal to the self dot real, what is the value will be considered? Then C1 object real value. What is the C1 object real value? 2 plus OB dot real. OB means which is considered the C2 object. What are the values can hold by the C2 object? All the values can be stored in the OB object. Then C2 means 4. Okay, 2 plus 4, 6. 6 will be stored in the real. Then when it comes to here, self dot imaginary equals self dot imaginary. What is the value? Then 2. Then plus OB dot imaginary. What is the value? 5. Okay, 3 plus 5. What is the answer? 8. Okay, 8 will be stored in the imaginary part. Return self. Okay, then what are the value? Self means which can hold the real and imaginary part will be stored in the object C3. Then C3 dot display. Then what is the output we will get? Then 6 plus 8. Okay, that is the output of the application, because C1 plus C2, whenever adding the 2 objects, this here we did not invoke the add method. Okay, whenever C1 plus C2 object has to be added, by default the add method will get executed by the compiler, isn't it? Then I would like to run, save it. See here, yeah, good, yeah, got it. We got the output. There is no problem. 2 plus 3. Then C1 object values as displayed. The C2 object has to be displayed. Then C3 object. Whenever 2 object has to be added. 2 plus 4, 6. We got the answer. The 3 plus 5, what is? 8. This is called as the operator overloading concept. Isn't it? Here, whenever if you want to subtract one object from the another object, then you can use the another minus. Okay, when the C1 minus C2, then what you have to do, there is a method is called as subtract. Here, what you have to do here, minus, here also you can use the minus. Then at that time, what is the answer we will get? Okay, one object can be subtracted from the another object. Then we will see once I run this module, then what is the output we will get? We can see 2 plus 3, then 4 plus 5. Okay, 2 minus 4, then minus 2, then 3 minus 5, the minus 2. Okay, that one object can be subtracted from the another object. Okay, if you want to give more examples on the operator overloading, you can connect me through WhatsApp or mail. Okay, if you are not understanding anything, if you not understand this problem, please connect me. Okay, thank you all for watching my videos.